guys, and welcome back to Marvel Hub. So today we're talking about the future of Spider-Man within the MCU and everything that we have learned from D23, because we finally have a response from Marvel themselves and Kevin Feige and also Tom Holland. Obviously we saw Sony's response earlier this week that's coincided with all of the different rumors, and now we have a lot of people either on Sony's side or indeed on Marvel's side, but nevertheless there is still hope that we could see Spider-Man resume in the MCU if they do manage to break some sort of deal. Charles Murphy and Daniel RPK on Twitter have been saying that there is still hope. It is not set in stone right now, and everything from D23 does seem to suggest that there is nothing right now in the works for any sort of collaborative effort to get some sort of deal done. But let's jump straight into it. So first things first, Tom Holland said at the D23 Expo this week during his panel,
basically, we've made 5 great movies. It's been 5 amazing years. I've had the time of my life. Who knows what the future holds? But all I know is that I'm going to continue playing Spider-Man and having the time of my life. And it's going to be so fun. However we choose to do it, and the future for Spider-Man will be different, but it will be equally as awesome and amazing. And we'll find new ways to make it even cooler somehow.
And that is what he said to fans, obviously in response to all of the recent rumours with Spider-Man leaving the MCU and the future movies being within the Sony-verse or possibly being connected to the Venom-verse, which is inevitable, and being completely separate from the MCU. It would still continue the storyline and the cliffhanger from Far From Home, with Spider-Man being quote-unquote exposed. However, it won't actually be connected to the MCU whatsoever. There will be no characters from the MCU. It'll just be Sony-owned property and licensing. Obviously, Tom Holland unfollowed Sony on Instagram earlier this week, but he is still under contract for 2 more films with Sony, so they pretty much decide everything that he does. Anyways, Kevin Feige has said at D23,
I'm feeling about Spider-Man gratitude and joy. We got to make 5 films within the MCU with Spider-Man, and 2 standalone films and 3 with the Avengers. It was a dream that I never thought would happen. It was never meant to last forever. We knew there was a finite amount of time that we'd be able to do this, and we told the story we wanted to tell, and I'll always be thankful for that.
Well, that is just straight up not true. This is clearly just damage control from Marvel and Kevin Feige. It's very evident that Spider-Man was going to be one of the most prevalent characters within the future. Phase 4 and Phase 5. You know, Far From Home sets up the stage for that. So no, they are not going to be able to tell the story they wanted to tell, so long as they don't manage to break some sort of deal after Sony and Marvel have fallen out. However, he is right that this should have never happened. Obviously, Spider-Man is owned by Sony, but they managed to come to a deal with Marvel. But unfortunately, after Far From Home made $1 billion, obviously money got involved, and that is where they seem to have fallen out from. However, Tom Holland will still resume his role as Spider-Man within the future films. However, they will have nothing to do with the MCU, and all of its plot and storyline will be fully conducted by Sony. Marvel will have no involvement whatsoever, so I don't know if the film's quality will decrease as a result. The cast will be the same, but no MCU characters, which is going to be a bit odd. They're not going to be able to reference any of the past things that have happened within the MCU. It's going to be really, really peculiar, but still, we're going to have to see how it pans out. Maybe we could see a movie or 2 outside of the MCU, and maybe they come to some sort of deal within the future, where we could rejoin the MCU, so we could see some sort of departure from the MCU shortly, and then it could come back. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not of latest and greatest Marvel news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.